Oh, why do I feel so tired all of the time? Ugh, I need another boost. Ah, there we go. That hit the spot. That's my fix right there.
Hey, buddy, you ready to go for a run?
Uh, I'm not feeling up to it. I think I'm gonna pass.
Oh, okay then.
Say, I left my dirt coins back at the Emporium. You wouldn't mind picking up the bill for me, would you?
Look, they don't accept them here.
What? What?
Diamonds only, buddy.
This is unacceptable. Rejecting the derp coin? Who does Cleo think she is? I gave her free derp coins too. No, this cannot be. Something here has to change. Everyone must use the derp coin. Yes. Oh, hello.
Hello. What are you doing here?
Well, you know, I came here to speak to you as it goes.
Oh, you're not interested in using the gym at all then?
Oh, I was here just the other day, you know, lifting the weights, running on the treadmill, you know, getting a sweat on. I enjoyed it.
Oh, okay, and you didn't pay for that at all. So
I paid for
good
it.
to know that it's a free.
Excuse me. I paid with my hard-earned diamonds. Okay.
Oh, that's yeah, okay. Yeah. We accept diamonds here. That's cool.
Yes, and I noticed that you don't accept the derp coin. What is this sign over here, Cleo?
Of course you don't accept derp coin. Derp coin's just, you know,
What?
it's a bit scammy.
It's the next best thing. And I
to
gave
a
you
scam.
I gave you a big gift of derp coins the other day, and this is how you
You
repay
did,
me.
and I used them. Look. I'm not saying that it's not a great scam, but
Look, it's making me lots of diamonds at the moment, and I'm sure this establishment here, you know, it's looking a little run down. There's not a lot of decorations on the walls. You know,
rude.
the machine was a bit cranky over here when I was trying to run on it. You know, it couldn't keep up with me.
Well, maybe you're just too fit for my machines. Maybe just this
That's
gym is
probably
not
it.
for
That's
you.
definitely probably it. You know, definitely.
Okay.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw diamonds at you, basically.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
okay. This is premium derp coin, no less. Okay. Well, I feel like if I'm going to be promoting you, which is what this is effectively, I think I'm gonna need some, you know, a regular shipment of.
Oh, you're
Derp
trying to
coins.
fleece me. You
Oh
are
no!
trying to fleece me.
I think what you're talking about here is you're talking a mutually beneficial promotion. Because if I'm encouraging people to buy derp coin, then I feel like I need a regular stipend.
So what we're
for my
talking about
promotion.
is that you're going to promote the derp coin and say, hey, use the derp coin here.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. I will say, for example, premium derp coin accepted for bottles of hydrate.
It's a deal.
I would.
I will bring you
Deal.
derp coins every week.
Perfect. I will now change my signage. There you go. Derp coin, absolutely accepted here. And I'll change all
Wonderful.
my signage later. But
Wonderful.
I will change it. Pleasure doing business with you.
Likewise.
We did it, my friends. We did it over 1,000 days without flying. No elytra use whatsoever. That spell has been broken though. I caved. I used the elytra wings. But not before I hit 1,000 days in the No Wings Club. And let's just take a minute to marvel in the glory of the animated rainbow medal for 1,000 days. Xisuma equals legendary. Yes. Yes, I like this very much. Thank you ever so much, Scout. I cannot wait to put these in my base. So let's grab them all up and wait for them to pop off after floating. And of course, I'm not talking about that old starter area. It is this freshly renovated spot right here. Gotta love this, right? If ever I need to respawn, I've got some tools over here and some armor that I can grab. We've got our medals on the wall. looking superb. And I adjusted this. Bam! So we can pop up there. And this area looks a little bit more under construction thanks to the scaffold. I also added some lights for when we have a roof. This area is all spawn proof. And I've experimented with this over here. I got a lot of suggestions to put item frames with the buttons. The sad thing is the item itself appears behind the button, which can make it quite tricky to see on some occasions. And you may have noticed this over here, a wall full of choices. Look at that, you can just look at a shulker box and know what's in it thanks to the block above. And over on this side, I definitely have less blocks. And one of the blocks I have very little of is the moss block. In fact, I've got none. The reason that I'm thinking about this is because the floor in here is made out of moss blocks, and I didn't realize it, but they are actually resistant to the slime block. They don't connect, which is cool. So using some of that moss got me interested in making a moss farm. Some ideas popped into mind. I'm thinking maybe something to do later on if we get time this episode. Anyhoozle, we're back over here at the witch farm to show you modifications that I've made. And there it is, tinted glass, cool. Let's go home. No, we are of course going to take a moment to check this out. You can kind of see the zoglins a little better. I'm hoping like a camera account with night vision will have a better time. Ah, look at that, it does, right. So here is the farm in action, and as you'll see, the zoglins don't push the witches off straight away, especially if there's quite a few of them spawning. But they do get around to it, and because the witches don't attack them in between, it works out just fine. Now, one of the things that many of you pointed out in my comments is that when the witches attack another mob, they throw harming potions, which would actually heal the zoglins because they are undead creatures. So basically, there's no way of them getting killed in this farm, which is seriously cool, and it just works a treat. Alright, back in the nether, been travelling back and forth a lot in this place, and as you'll see at this corner here, Cubfan has been working on his section of these nether tunnels, and I'm sure we'll get together soon and expand these. But I found some ancient debris when I was digging, and it kind of gave me a little bit of an idea, a sort of social experiment slash, I guess, selfless promoting of the derp coin. So mending is great, and netherite is obviously a great addition too, but if I had to pick between the two, I'd go with mending, and I probably wouldn't miss the netherite, so I'm fine without it. Anyway, let me show you what my idea is here. This area kind of says construction, right? Things have been dug and shifted around and whatnot, and maybe no one actually noticed that up there was a netherite. Of course, what I actually mean is ancient debris. You know me, I'm always getting my words muddled up, right? So what's going to happen to that one observant hermit that's like, oh, ancient debris? They are going to come straight over here and mine it. This would actually be a way to create a trap, but what I've created is an advertisement. I would hope that that would pop off a little bit quicker, and it's like, hey, look at that! You got a premium derp coin, and maybe this brings them over to the shop. So we've got one right there. I'm actually going to leave that one in place. And down at this end, I've made it less obvious, because if you put it right next to one of these blocks, you know, you're going to think, hang on, who placed that block there? Why didn't they notice that there was some ancient debris here? And if you're not so familiar with the proximity of these places in the Nether Hub, well, we were just all the way off down there, and so I am trying to spread these out. Also, I already showed it on camera. It's all the way up there. Maybe someone will come through and be like, wait, did no one ever notice that? So this has sort of turned into a game of spot the ancient debris. Did you see it? This portal is to Joe and Cleo's, and I noticed that there's some sort of like digging activity or path making going on here, and maybe someone just, you know, never noticed there was some ancient debris that they exposed. So keep an eye out when you're watching the other hermits videos. I certainly will. It'll be very interesting to see if anyone actually discovers any of these. And speaking of discoveries, I found the Swagon here in the Nether. And these right here are very, very pricey. Although you do get to keep the shulker box. But at the end of the day, I have a problem, and that is a lack of diamonds. Yes, I know, it's very sad. The Evil Emporium has fallen on hard times. But I do have this one netherite ingot to my name. Did I make you panic? That's right, it doesn't burn. Don't worry. I will at least have a netherite pick now, okay? All the better for mining with, apparently. Yeah, this metal-looking table requires an axe. And so I put this netherite pick to work digging out a tunnel for another nether portal. Let's get our bearings for a second. This leads to my current storage area, my permanent one. This is the temporary starter area. This is going to be the Evil Emporium. And I've actually dug this out so that it goes all the way around to another tunnel over on the other side. So when this whole thing gets linked up properly and built all the way around, you'll be able to enter this from either side. And the portal itself is now inside of the Evil Emporium as we're making an expansion here. So as you come up to the staircase to lead to these extra areas, we now got some portals here. So before we get to what we're going to be doing inside the Evil Emporium, I've grabbed my beacon and I need to go repair my pick because I need some materials for this tunnel. And I'm thinking, you know, what's evil? And I guess maybe nether bricks. Nether bricks would be good for this tunnel, right? So I found a spot in this fortress area that some of the hermits have been using and just cleared out the ceiling and the walls, and that's given me plenty of nether brick. I'm also going to leave the beacon base here in case someone else wants to, you know, use the beacon for regeneration and resistance. So I've put all this nether brick to good use. As you can see here, it mixes really nicely with the sandstone. So I didn't actually need as much of this as I would have thought. However, the tunnel obviously extends in this direction as well, so it will connect up to the other part of the Nether tunnel system eventually. And as we pop on through to the Evil Emporium itself, we have a visitor. I've just been working on the staircase here, tying everything together so that it can take you up to the other two rooms that are going to be a part of this place. And as you can see, we've got a lot of space here to work with. And working I have been doing. As per Evil X's instructions, what we have here are two rooms for our visitors to come and look at. Yeah, two of the new biomes that are added in the Nether update, right? The Crimson Forest and the Warped Forest. Yes, I had to think about that for a moment. You know, I've been playing this game a very long time and there's lots of things to remember. Anyways, Evil X explained that he had some friends he wanted to bring over to come and live in these two places.
Well, my friends. I have been taking it easy, putting my feet up and getting that axolotl to do the work for me. And boy oh boy, has he done a mighty fine job over here. Oh yes, this visualizes the story so well. We have some happy, healthy striders here, hanging out by the lava, and some unfortunate frozen friends over here unable to make their way to somewhere warmer. This, my friends, is going to pull on the heartstrings of the hermits. But not only will we do that, we'll get them with greed too. And that is because over here I have minted some limited edition coins that the hermits can buy. The funds will of course maybe be used to save the striders. And these coins will also increase over time as they become rarer and less of them are in circulation. There is a limited 12 coins here to be purchased for the low price of 32 diamonds each, which of course also helps to save our strider friends. And of course, you and I know that something is only worth what someone else is willing to pay for it. So will they become more pricey with time? Maybe, maybe not. All I know is that I think they're pretty useless, and I wouldn't pay a penny for them. So my bidding here is not quite done as of yet. As you can see, the axolotl dropped me off some extra strider friends, which I have renamed to wear a little bit of awareness. And of course, I'm going to just bring these around the server, drop them off in certain places, abandon them, let the hermits know that there are some striders in need. And this, my friends, is how we will make even more of those precious diamonds.
It seems I have a visitor. Hello. Oh, it's so cute. Hello, how's it going? What's happening here?
This is not what it looks like. Okay.
Not what it looks like? You're not dragging a strider through the grass without a pot of lava?
I am trying to find the lava right now. Have you seen any lava in this area?
This is probably the greenest place on the server. I'm not sure you'll find some lava here.
Oh dear, oh dear. Well, I found this guy in the nether, and, you can see he's shivering a little bit.
It's a bit cold, yeah.
Yes, so I'm just trying to find him a good home. And this, clearly I've come to the wrong place.
You potentially have. I mean, I do have a bunch of like buckets of lava. We can make him a little lava pool, give him a home.
Oh, well, would you like a pet strider then?
I would love a pet strider. These guys are adorable.
That is wonderful. And while I have your attention, I'd like to inform you that I have started the Save the Striders initiative. You come over to the Evil Emporium, you'll see that you can buy a coin, and that the coin helps me do things like this, because I was just over here trying to find lava. Definitely wasn't going to just leave him lying around here or anything like that, you know.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
I see. So, okay, so this us buying a coin funds your expeditions to saving these guys.
Yes, you understand it
That's
wonderfully.
really sweet. That's lovely.
That's because I'm a sweet guy. You know, they call me Evil Xisuma, but why not Sweet Xisuma, hey?
Getting to know you a little bit more. All right, I see. Sweet Xisuma. We can maybe get on board with that.
Well, how about I hand you this little guy?
Okay,
and
sure.
You can make him a home with some lava.
Let me drop that. Where's the lead? There it is. There we go. I will. Thank you so much. I'll give him a nice little home.
Wonderful. My work here is done.
Okay. Goodbye.
So, remember earlier in this episode, I said that we were in need of some moss blocks? Well, I think it's time to do some redstone engineering. And I've actually already been doing that, so let's pop over to the test world. And here you can see I have been building a stone generator. The reason we're making this is because we can use bone meal and moss blocks to convert the stone into moss. The problem with this design though is it's a little bit on the slow side. So then I set out to make a better design where I put lava directly above the water. The water actually flows across, which creates a bit of a problem. Sometimes it makes about 6 or 7 blocks and sometimes it makes 2. But worst of all, some of these blocks will end up being cobblestone, and obviously cobblestone can't be converted to moss. So I look back at this design and I realised that we could probably have 4 of these generators pushing in from 4 different angles, and that would increase the speed to my satisfaction. But before we could do that, we would also need a contraption to spread the moss down to the other blocks. This one up here actually got converted. It used to be stone. But anyways, the moss block gets bone mealed by the dispenser behind it, changes the blocks around it, and all of the items actually pop up on top of this platform, so we can collect those items with hopper minecarts. And down here you can see there's a redstone torch. Now the original idea here was to power the contraption with a timer, but it actually powers itself as the blocks get replaced and new ones get pushed along, which activates the dispenser. So we got to redesign this, and we'll also need a hopper feeding bone meal into the dispenser, which by the way can't be on top of the moss block facing downwards. That won't work. Now I noticed this block got converted, so that means that bone mealing the block up here can actually reach down more than 1 layer. So I've lifted this whole thing above the ground, and currently it looks pretty inelegant, but it gets the job done, as you can see. And there are a few more ideas here to implement, but I think I got all the basics together, and I should be able to engineer this into one big interesting farm. And that, my friends, I believe I have done. One quick footnote, this thing could potentially be 1 block further in on each side, because we're going to collect all of those items with hopper minecarts, and I originally pictured them needing the whole area to go around and pick up items. So they've got an extra bit of space over here on the side so that they can maneuver their way out and bring those items up to the top where I'm going to build the next bit. But as I was building this, I realized that we needed to actually flush away the carpets and other items on top of here. Without the water, it actually backs up the system and stops it from working. And with the water, it then harvests it and kind of pushes the items into specific spots where they'll be easier to harvest. Anyway, my inventory is all cleared out at the moment. And this thing's like only been running for a moment, and the amount of moss that it produces for the bone meal going into it is basically ridiculous. Look at all of that. So now we can do item collection, right? We'll have a hopper minecart going around, and then we need to unload the items and send them upwards. And this is when it hit me that there are way too many items to do using that system. So I was going to have a soul sand elevator just in the corner here with items being dispensed into it, but as I realized that we needed to use another system, water came to mind as a way to flush out all of the things at the top here, and I've designed this water stream system so the position of each of these dispensers means that all the items get flushed over into one corner. And then over here we have a piston to push all of the items into the soul sand elevator just here in the corner. And yeah, then the items come up the top here and can be fed back down into this composter. Now what's fascinating about this is when the composter fills up automatically and it's ready for some bone meal, if the hopper down below is full up, then it doesn't take that. As soon as I use some of the bone meal here, it starts composting again. Now 3 of these composters will supply our dispenser with enough bone meal, so once they're full up like this one, they stop taking items out of this system here, meaning that the overflow can go into a storage system, and that is of course where we get our moss, and this right behind me here is our moss farm. And over here I've tried to compact it. I mentioned earlier in the video that you could possibly push in the generators 1 block closer. If you do that, then it allows the pistons to push from the opposite side into this space, and so you get these problems, and basically it's not possible to compact it that way. So I'm making a minor tweak here that will stop some items being pushed into the back of that block. So here it should now hopefully be lossless, and I've gone round and tidied up the redstone a tiny bit here and there. This is the finished product, and I've got an interesting place we might put this on the server. But you are going to have to wait until the next one to see where I am building this currently. And yes, the tunnel here has changed, and so have the other ones in this area. We'll talk about all of this that's been going on in the next one too. So make sure you subscribe, hit the like button to support the channel, and I'll see you soon with another episode of Hermitcraft. Bye bye!